Yeah, I like beach a lot. I think most of the time with me and my partner, I option a lot, so I basically just set them on the first ball. But beach was really fun. It was different this year because last year I was with Lindsay and this year I was with multiple different people throughout the season. But it was really fun. I like beach. Yeah, beach is just a lot easier on our bodies. So if we were to come back in January after that long of a season, then I feel like our bodies would just be torn apart by the time we get back to season. So I think beach allows us to take time to allow our bodies to recover a little bit more. And then on the beach, everyone has to be able to play defense, everyone has to be able to set. So I think that that's key also. When we get indoor, we have the reps from outdoor. My high school career was a little odd, so I really only played a full season my senior year, but that's when I hit, yeah. Yeah, it was actually really hard for me, and I think you could tell a little bit in how I played. Like, in the grand scheme of things, I had a good season, but there's always improvements to be made, and I think that over the spring, that was my main focus, was to improve on the things I needed to, and hopefully I did. We'll see in a couple weeks. But it was pretty hard. But I had a lot of support from my teammates and my coaches every single day helping me get through it. So that was super helpful. Yeah, so my service receive was super mental last year. So in the spring, I was like, think about nothing else. Like, don't think about anything actually. And it helped a lot, and coach said I improved a lot, so that was good to hear and builds my confidence a little bit. So I have some confidence going into this season. But yeah, I would say serve receive the most. I think everything else was pretty much how I usually was. Yeah, so I wasn't committed to Nebraska at first. I was going to Minnesota to play under Hugh. And then he called me and said that he wasn't going to be the coach any longer. So I felt really stressed at that moment just because it was in like November and I was going to be going to school in December. But it just happened to work out that Nebraska had a scholarship for me and wanted me. And then I went to 2 schools to visit. And when I got back home from both of my visits, I was at the stoplight right before my house, and a license plate in front of me said NE Huskers. And I was like, okay, like, who's a Nebraska fan in North Carolina, you know? So I was like talking to my mom about it, and it kind of felt like a sign to me, even though I might not come here and play my position right away. Like, I feel like all the signs were there, and the amount that they care about volleyball here and not all the other stuff, that's still a factor, but I love how much volleyball is important and the fans appreciate it. But yeah, my journey was a little bit different, but I'm glad I'm here. Yeah, I feel a lot more comfortable, ready, not overthinking as much. I'm just gonna let myself do what I do and have the support from my teammates. And last year, I always said before the season, I didn't know if we were good or not because I never played. I was like, are we good? And then we started winning and winning big matches, and I was like, okay, I think we're really good. But this year, I know we're good, so it's just about, can we just get an inch better every single day? Yeah, we have had no issues with our new teammates. We love them. They fit in great. Layla and Taylor are obviously older, so they hang out a lot with the older girls, but they're super inclusive with the younger girls as well. And then Liv and Skylar, they're a little bit quieter than the rest of the bunch, but yeah, they fit in great, and we love having all of them, so great additions. Yeah, I think anytime you lose, when it's your last goal that you're trying to hit, anytime you lose, it's going to motivate you for the next season. You don't want to ever feel that again. I think we were all pretty upset about that. But I think that something I took away is you can't get comfortable. Like, we had only lost 1 match, whatever, but we're not unbeatable. And when we beat Pitt to go to the finals, I think we were feeling pretty confident, and then we started to get stomped on a little bit and didn't know how to recover. So I think that that's something I took away, is like, you can't get comfortable, especially in this time, like this volleyball world that we live in now. It's every team's good and every team can beat you at any time. So yeah, I think it's honestly amazing. It's pretty unreal when I talk to other schools or people that I know from other schools about NIL and stuff like that. They say that what we have is insane. And I think that's something you don't realize being at a school, how much you have until you hear from other schools. But 1890 they give us a lot of opportunities that I can't say a lot of other schools have. And then I appreciate the stuff that we do for them. Like now we're volunteering and like we're not getting paid from that place. So I think we're also benefiting from that as well. Okay, so this year I went to a school, and we're all going to a couple different schools, but we went to school and just played with kids, and I love kids personally. But I just think that anytime I can go out to the Nebraska community and volunteer for them, whether I'm getting paid or not, I just appreciate that, and I love to see their faces when you walk in, and I feel like that's pretty memorable.